The offense changing the play. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Second down.
The Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Harbor. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He's got great speed. Bulldozes his way through. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Out of the gun. They'll run it inside. Slithers into space. Shakes off the defender. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. And you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And that's a big missed opportunity there. And sometimes it's just those small things. It's getting your feet set so you can throw the ball with good accuracy. A lot of times guys are open and you just rush it, you hurry it. This quarterback's just got to settle down a little bit, take the time, and hit that open guy.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. To the air, it's Russell. Complete downfield. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. On the ready. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. Get set, get set. Here comes the option. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Keeps looking downfield. Can't get him to the ground. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? They'll play it safe and try for 3. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Flips it out in the flat. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Under fire. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
To throw, it's Sellers. He's got him. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away to buy time. It's caught. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Under fire. Grabbed over the middle, and Smith. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Big guy smells it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Now on the option. Now the pitch. Touchdown, South Carolina. Great job by the back on the option.
It looks like the offense just had the defense confused on that option play. Nobody accounting for the pitch man. The running back able to walk in.
And he tacks on the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside his own 15, looking for room. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the play.
Lost one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
This defense knew coming in the offense was going to try to test them. They were going to try to take some shots vertically down the field. Defense was ready for that.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. Dropping back, it's Russell. He'll take another shot here. He's got it on the outside. Breaks into the open. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Alabama!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Fires to the middle. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position from Bama.
Wants to go up top on first down. The screen, he can go. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Pulls and fires complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Could this guy be the next receiver to bring home a Heisman Trophy? He's got everything you look for in a game changer at the receiver position. He's off to a great start in this one.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to throw again. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown time. Quick strike through the air for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost a race.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Marches ahead. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end.
Touchdown, Gamecocks! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Motion from the wideout. To the air. It's Sellers. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Wants to fire on second down. Using his legs to buy some time. And that one's incomplete.
I At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Rushes on him. He's got it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Hey, man, on offense, we'll take them however we can get them. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. There was a pass deflection there, but a great job concentrating to haul in that play and come up with an explosive play offensively.
And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football. And you saw that there on the incompletion.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He'll ride his man on the option. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And you're going to need more of this in the second half. That's the way you punctuate a drive at the end of the first half to cut this to a one-possession game. You need more of that physicality in the second half.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
The Alabama offense will take over 1st and 10.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air, it's Russell. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quick catch on 3rd down. Tackle was made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. And he had just enough to will that one home. The lead now trimmed to 28-24. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
Will take over 1st and 10.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Bringing the heat. He's going for it all.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He'll heave it deep. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a 2nd right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
Max going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama! And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
35, South Carolina, 24.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Sellers. A little release to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Quick completion on the out. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out of their own 37. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession.
First and 10.
This drive will open from the 15. They'll leave it with him. Open space at the 25. There he goes to the right. Inside the 30. Past the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Intercepted for the 11th time. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Great job by the defense, understanding what they were seeing. They played the read game beautifully, strung it out. Quarterback continues to drift to his left. No space to get through. Tackle for a loss for this defense.
He's got it. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
This guy has a chance to bring home the Heisman Trophy this year because he continues to make plays week in, week out. Doesn't matter who's guarding him, what coverages you play. This guy finds ways to make plays for his offense.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
That's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Scanning the field, it's Russell. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Between the uprights, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He'll pull it down and run. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his...
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They dialed up the perfect call, splendid execution. Now they've got it threatening. 1st and 10 from the 27. Here's a heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Pocket breaking down. Got it in the middle. It's Harbor. Now the connection takes it to the 11. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Looking to pass. It's Sellers. Escapes trouble. Looking to buy time. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Sends it back in motion. They'll try to get it through the air. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Ball is spotted at the 2. They can get a 1st down without getting a touchdown. They'll go for it here on 4th and short. QB draw. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
The defense, I think, was just more physical on that 4th down, guys. That was a designed quarterback run, and they're calling that because they're trying to get extra blockers at the point of attack and get a numbers advantage. But just the defense fighting off the blocks, being where they're supposed to be, and not letting the quarterback break free. You just can't do a better job than the defense did on that 4th down.
And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Williams. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. He's got the 1st down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there.
Gashing the D on the right. The 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Alabama! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. The proverbial rabbit out of the hat. Getting out of the Houdini-like blocks. Calling reverse and trickeration, and it worked.
It does, and it's frustrating because defensively you're thinking run, 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 and you're playing aggressive, and on that backside, man, you got to stay home, you got to be alert, you got to do your job. When you don't, here comes the reverse, here comes the touchdown.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Harbor. At the 40, there he goes. Flying down the right side. He's at the touchdown, South Carolina. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over. They'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Adams. Makes a move. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Motion from the back. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Now adjusting. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of at the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And third and long, and the offense goes with a little play action. I don't know why the threat of the run. I'm not scared by that. You can tell the defense doesn't honor it, doesn't buy it, flies by the line, gets to the quarterback, gets the big third down stop.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Looking downfield on first down. Floating away. Unleashes one. Connection to the right. It's a seam wide open. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. Pressure coming. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
On the run, still looking. On the run, fires downfield. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the fourth quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He put some heat on that one down the middle. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And this defense has got to make a play, right? It's the fourth quarter. We're trailing. You know this offense, they're going to get conservative. They want to eat that clock. You got to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to make plays. Got to get that football back.
Looking downfield, it's Russell. Here's the pressure. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
I think if you're the head coach here, it's a bit of a mixed reaction to your passing attack so far in this game. You put up a bunch of yards throwing the football, you've lit up the scoreboard, but you've also given up 4 sacks. Pass protection has been a problem so far in this game.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the grab close to the logo. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart, because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays, because they are definitely playing the deep ball.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Fires to the right. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Gets the back moving. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. And he is taking it all the way back. Touchdown, Gamecock.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. You still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's the handoff. Nice move to keep running. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
I just love when running backs make those decisions, and when they get close to the sideline, some will take that advantage and step out of bounds not to get hit. But I love when they do like this and stick your foot in the ground, get downhill, get some positive yards because it helps your offense on the next down.
This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
Gives it on the option. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses that evolve so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.